Jackie Collins was not supposed to win, not in the eyes of the literary elite, not in the minds of those who define culture by its most respectable forms, and certainly not by the standards of the glittering, judgmental Hollywood in which she lived and wrote. Born on October 4th, 1937, in London, England, Jackie was the younger sister of Joan Collins, the glamorous actress whose fame initially eclipsed her own. Yet, while Joan commanded the spotlight, Jackie chose to wield the pen, and with it, she forged an empire. She wrote about the world as it truly was, not as society pretended it to be. Her characters were ruthless, manipulative, sexual, and often triumphant. They were reflections of the same cutthroat instincts she encountered in the real lives of moguls and movie stars. Jackie wasn't glorifying decadence, she was chronicling it, dissecting it with the precision of a war correspondent behind enemy lines. Her books, including The Stud, The Bitch, and Hollywood Wives, weren't merely scandalous. They were mirror images of the opulence and depravity she witnessed firsthand. Despite critical sneers, she sold over 500 million copies of her books. Her work was dismissed as trashy, pulpy, even vulgar. But while critics sharpened their pens, Jackie sharpened her strategy. She knew her readers, and she knew her mission: to entertain, to expose, and to empower women through stories that shattered taboos and refused to apologize. That clarity of purpose, the refusal to be swayed by gatekeepers, is as Spartan as it gets. Like a Spartan warrior outnumbered but unyielding, she turned rejection into fuel. Her first book was banned in multiple countries. Others were scoffed at by literary circles. But Jackie had the grit to stand firm. She built an empire from her typewriter, one scandalous, sensational bestseller at a time. What she lacked in critical approval, she made up for in commercial dominance, and more importantly, cultural influence. She knew that popular fiction could be a weapon, and she wielded hers like a dagger. But the Spartan mindset isn't just about professional resilience. It's about enduring personal battles with grace and grit. Jackie faced many. Her first marriage ended in divorce. Her second husband, Oscar Lerman, died in 1992, a loss that shook her to the core. Still, she pushed on, turning heartbreak into momentum. She kept writing, kept selling, kept inspiring. And then came the hardest battle of all. In 2009, Jackie was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. She told almost no one, not her fans, not the media, not even her sister Joan until just before her death. For 6 years, she fought silently. There was no dramatic press tour, no public appeal for sympathy. Instead, Jackie Collins kept doing what she had always done: working, producing, publishing, living. She died on September 19, 2015, just weeks before her 78th birthday, having sold more books than most authors ever dream of, and having outlived the criticisms that once tried to define her. Jackie Collins may not have written about Thermopylae, but she lived it in spirit. She was surrounded by critics, underestimated by peers, and told again and again that she didn't belong. But she never asked for permission, never played the victim, and never changed course. She forged ahead in a male-dominated industry, writing strong, powerful, flawed female protagonists long before it was fashionable to do so. That's not just resilience. That's warfare. She didn't chase respectability. She chased impact. And in doing so, she became a cultural chronicler of late 20th century excess, capturing the rise of power, money, fame, and sex as driving forces in Western life. Her characters were flawed but fearless, just like their creator. And while she may never have been knighted by the literary establishment, her influence is undeniable. Just as the greatest warriors of Sparta were remembered not for how politely they lived, but for how fiercely they fought. The least predictable Spartan. She didn't just survive the battlefield of celebrity culture. She rewrote its rules and refused to die on anyone else's terms. Order the Spartan Mindset today and embark on your journey toward becoming the leader your world needs. Let your struggles forge you into a warrior of character and resolve. The Spartan Mindset provides a comprehensive and actionable guide to personal development and resilience. Available now for just $19.99. Purchase your copy from the links in the description box below and on this channel's homepage, because your future begins with the right mindset. The Spartan Mindset.